What you was thinking when Tank did that when he took the knee? What you was thinking when he took the knee?
I can't speak on
Can't think on that?
it. Can't speak on it.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on it.
You no personal opinion, nothing?
Can't, especially you.
Breaking news, the New York State Athletic Commission declines to overturn Gervonta's draw to a loss due to him taking a knee, since they ruled that was not a knockdown. Basically, you can take time out if you're the A side. Lamont Roach said, quote, "Look, man, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I ain't suing nobody. STFU, my team submitted an appeal on my behalf. What it looked like not having a team that don't pull the trigger on some shit that they know is wrong. They stood up for me, so all that lawsuit shit y'all can put to rest." I'm not surprised about the decision by the New York State Athletic Commission. A little disappointed, yeah, especially when they acknowledged the fact that Steve made the wrong calls in the 9th round. But I wasn't banking on the overturn. Everyone know I won the fight, and I'm satisfied with that. Part 2 on the way. End of the quote. Well, listen, put yourself in Lamont Roach's shoes. If someone robs you for $1 million, what are you going to do? Are you going to sue them? Let's say you run in a store or a business and someone robs you of $1 million and you have the opportunity to sue that person and get your money back, plus the money you spent on the lawsuit and even more damages. What are you going to do in that situation? Are you going to go kill that person, or are you going to go sue that person and get it back with green instead of blood? Well, according to Lamont Roach, the streets say suing is like snitching. Suing is soft. To each his own. It really doesn't matter if these fighters want to be street cats instead of fighters. At the end of the day, or at least the night, it's Lamont Roach's loss. If Gervonta knocks him out in the rematch, then what he did in the first fight means nothing. You can believe you won all day, but I can give you a list of fighters that believe they won and the public believed they won. From Herrera against Danny Garcia in Puerto Rico, no one even remembers that or talks about it. When they got robbed, it simply didn't move the needle for their careers compared to if they had won, like Lara against Canelo, etc., etc., etc. At least Lamont Roach, though, he has a draw on Gervonta's record, and that means a lot. But a win is more than a draw, especially against a powerhouse, a cash cow like Tank. That would have set him up for life. Bigger future paydays, bigger everything. But my whole thing is, if the person that got robbed for that million doesn't care, why should we care? And likewise goes for Lamont Roach. If he doesn't care what the New York State Athletic Commission ruled and he doesn't do anything about it, the fans shouldn't care also. You know, it's so funny because I know why Lamont Roach said what he said. It's that street image, the backlash from the Tank fans that's telling him, you soft, you a police officer, you filing a lawsuit, this, that, and the third, you a snitch. All this nonsense, blah, 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 blah. What's so funny about that, when Lomachenko clearly lost to Devin Haney and filed an appeal to the commission, no one said anything to Lomachenko. None of the fans said anything to Lomachenko, the race fans included. But when Devin Haney filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia to get his rematch, since Ryan was ducking the rematch, Devin was suing Ryan so he can get it back in blood in a fair manner. He knew if he wouldn't sue Ryan, he will never be able to fight Ryan again, especially not on even playing field. Even after Devin sued Ryan, Ryan still refused to do VADA testing till he was forced to. And the fans still said all this nonsense to Devin Haney. Same thing they telling Lamont Roach. They were telling Devin Haney, why are you suing the man? You should try to get it back in blood, when Devin was only suing Ryan to get it back in blood. But these race fans simply don't care, since they were defending Ryan for cheating. To make matters worse, when Lomachenko filed an appeal against Devin Haney when Devin clearly beat him, none of these fans, including the race fans, said anything to Lomachenko. But when it comes to Lamont Roach and Devin Haney, it's a completely different story. All of a sudden, they snitches. Part of that, though, has something to do with the culture. Devin Haney and Lamont Roach, for some reason, they want to be viewed as street cats. This is why Lamont brought up the appeal to begin with, and he tried to justify why he made that appeal. At the end of the day, or at least the night, if we are living in a third world country and you have another option, which is the street route, handling it in a different manner and is equally as effective, then that will be different. But when you in the USA, a country, if you don't know your rights, you have no rights. And if you don't utilize them, they're going to take advantage of you. No difference than when someone robs you. Well, guess what? If you don't do anything about it, they're going to come back and rob you again. And everyone is going to come around and rob you because they know and they can see that they can take advantage of you. In the business sense, on pen and paper, it's worse than the streets. Just like 50 said, in the street, you might get robbed for a lot of money, no doubt about it. But the people with the suits, if you don't be careful, they're going to rob you for millions. Now, when I saw the New York State Athletic Commission make their ruling, I mean, it has a lawsuit written all over it. First, they acknowledged that the referee was wrong. Right there, that's a lawsuit because they already acknowledged he made the wrong call and they're not going to do anything about it. Why? The only logical answer is Tank is too much of the cash cow. He bring in too much money. It's not a good look to give Gervonta a loss. A draw looks better on Gervonta's record to promote him. This is not about being fair. This is about making money. Remember, they first lied about having technical difficulties during the fight. That's why they did not review Gervonta taking a knee in real time to make the right decision and correct the wrong calling by the referee. They blamed it on technical difficulties, which is BS, and I could prove it. More importantly, you can prove this in court. Because while I was watching the fight live, they immediately showed the replay from many different angles as soon as the round ended, as soon as that same round ended. So they could have had easily corrected the wrong call by the referee if they wanted to. So they completely lied about that, talking about it was technical difficulty. And that can be proven because you can go back and watch the replay. I'm talking about the fight that was televised. I mean, how can you logically explain the New York State Athletic Commission not having the ability to see the replay, but we can live? Man, get out of here with that nonsense. To make matters worse, they acknowledged that the referee made a mistake. Then they contradicted themselves by revealing that the reason why they declined to overturn the draw to a loss is because Gervonta taking a knee, that had no effect on the outcome of the fight. And it's like, man, that's the biggest BS I done heard. How can they logically say Gervonta taking a knee had no effect on the outcome of the fight? But if they had ruled that Gervonta taking a knee was a knockdown, then Lamont Roach would have had won on all of the judges' scorecards since the fight was a draw. That's illogical. That doesn't even make sense. This doesn't even make logical sense. The rules clearly state a fighter taking a knee. It doesn't matter what the reason is. As long as a fighter takes a knee during the fight, that's a knockdown. Therefore, when the New York State Athletic Commission acknowledged the referee made a mistake, meaning that the referee should have had ruled that knee as a knockdown, especially after he started counting, which by doing so, that would have had changed the outcome of the fight to Lamont Roach winning. Due to that, they ruled Gervonta taking a knee is not a knockdown. Why, if you may ask? Simply because Gervonta is the cash cow. Not all the fighters are held to the same rules. If you bring more money, you can take a knee. That's pretty much what the New York State Athletic Commission just said. And that has a lawsuit written all over it. Like I said before, if you don't know your rights, you have none. And if you're not going to do anything about it, well, nothing is going to happen. No one's going to do anything for you. I mean, all of these inconsistencies and contradictions by the New York State Athletic Commission, that's an open and shut case in the court of law, especially if they even took a bribe behind closed doors. All that can be proven if Lamont Roach sued the New York State Athletic Commission, but according to him, that's soft. So, STFU. And if he doesn't care, why should we? So let's move on. The good news, though, the way Lamont Roach was talking at the end, it sounds like we're going to have a rematch. If so, and he gets robbed again, he may regret some of the decisions he made. And if he gets knocked out, he definitely going to regret it. So he better come correct. And I'm pretty sure he will. However, I know Gervonta is going to come more prepared. So Lamont Roach is going to have to up his game. I can't wait for the rematch. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.